Okay, let's finish this off with a roof. And so what I'm going to do is actually I'm thinking that just to show you how this would work, I had put in a level here, thinking that I'm just going to have the walls extend around the roof. I'm now thinking that I might want to take that, and if I go to View, Plan View, Floor Plan, I'm actually thinking that I might want to have a floor plan, and I'm going to rename this to roof. Right, so I didn't lose any of the connections of anything that I had there. I just thought it might be convenient to have a roof plan to work in here for drawing the outline of my roof. So the way I do it is I go back to the Home tab, which is where most of my building components are. Under Roof, I'm going to use the option that is Roof by Footprint. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to draw a shape around my house. I'm going to keep this pretty simple, so I'm just drawing this around the outside of my house. If you look at the sketch, the triangle indicates that there's a slope coming from that line. That line, if you like, would be a wall plate or something like that, and then the rafters are coming back towards the ridgeline, and that indicates that there's a slope. So just so that this is a little clearer, you see that when I pick this, it says that it defines a slope, and that's why it's got this triangle, and then that's the actual slope that it has. So if I look at this in 3D, I've got a sketch that I drew, and if I say finish it, what it does is it projects back to the ridgeline at the top there. Right? But at any point that I want, I can pick my roof. Let's make it a little more steel truss insulation on a metal deck. Let's try something like that. These are the styles that I can, or the family types that I can create and edit. Oh, I don't like that. Let's just go back to where I was, just so you can see the technique. If I say edit the footprint, so what I could be doing is I could be saying, say there at that line at the back, there is no slope. That would give me something that looks like that, right? If I said edit the footprint, and I said there is no slope on this end or on that end, then what I've got is something that looks like that. And if I edit the footprint and I say, I actually want that to be much shallower, let's say like 3 and 12, then I've got something that looks a bit more like that. So just editing the properties that are in the roof sketch lets me work with this. Now this might look a little weird, because now I've got a disconnect between my roof and my walls. So one of the things I could do is I can tab on my walls, click, and then say attach them to the top, which is attach the top or the base. That's the top that I'm attaching, like that, so that now the walls are connected. The other thing that I could do is going back to my roof plan here and going inside the sketch, or inside the footprint that's making this up. I could actually put in dimensions to control this, so that if the building size changes, so does the roof. So if you remember the technique that you saw from the mezzanine floor, I could do something like this, where I say from there to there is going to be, and let me give this a bigger overhang on the south side, then I'm going to lock that, then I'm going to put on the side of the back. So the technique would be a dimension, and I need to look at the sides. So let's say I wanted 3 feet at the sides. I can now specify 3 feet, and then I can pick that and lock it. And here 3 feet, pick the dimension and lock it. And on the back, where I don't have much overhang at all, I'm going to, let's say I set that to maybe just 1 foot. And pick the dimension and lock it. Okay, so now my building looks like this. Yeah, I can create some not very attractive looking buildings. But you get the principle behind how this is working out. So next movie will be some topography.